Well, all right. Well, great evening to one. Great evening to all. You know what time it is, guys. You know my drill as well. I'm thrilled, excited, delighted, and honored to be here to be able to share this information with you guys, and information I know that it's not only life-changing, life-altering, and always for the better. We're in the right place doing the right thing. And I'm really excited about tonight's Millionaire Mastery Zoom. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Like I said, the information, guys, if you look at the word information, it means information. 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 It means It means to come in and actually form, and information can change your nation, your imagination, as well as your realization of what your life is really, truly capable of. As we come here, we start to actually do one of the principles that I came up with in regards to being a leader of the pack, being a leader of the pack. And what does that mean? When you place your mind on the truth, and the truth is you can do exceedingly and abundantly above what you can even imagine. And your life can be so much more if you're willing to go out and just simply be. That means to exist, and you have to first be up here before it exists out there. So the first part of being a leader of the pack is placing your mind on the truth. And that is the truth, is that there's no limits with you and no limits with God as well. So you know what? You're a no limit soldier. There you go. So we do this Millionaire Mastery Zoom every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you want to go ahead and set your reminders on your phones. You know, we have all this technology. We have all this technology here in the 21st century. And many of us, we don't use it. We don't use it to our benefit. As a matter of fact, it's almost like it's using us rather than the other way around. And if you'll set an alarm, I would set an alarm to be on here each and every Sunday, especially if you're one of those people who are going to be the six-figure earners. You're going to be a six-figure earner in this company, on this project, with Melius, then you're going to be in attendance on this, because it's the place to be. It's absolutely the place where you're going to get all the new information, as well as some information that's already been well established. So you definitely want to be on here. You definitely want to be able to get your team on here. You want to be able to even get your prospects on here, because when they hear the type of leadership, when they hear the type of support, when they hear the type of money, when they hear the type of vision that we have here, guys, then they want to be a part of what we're doing here. So you definitely want to make sure that you get yourself on here. Come on early, guys. If that's how you do. There's a saying I learned a long time ago. It says, how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you want to get into that trade on time, you know, when you can pick up the maximum amount of pips, when you can you get yourself in that trade early, then guess what? That's being on time when that comes out. So the same thing here, guys. You want to be here on time, so we can make sure that we establish that as our protocol, is that we are the people that get there early and get it done. And that's what you're going to get tonight as well. This mastery call is one that I'm really looking forward to, because I believe truly if people have the right information at the right time, that they'll do the right thing. And that's what I'm here to do each and every Sunday night. That's what the leaders will be here to do, is to go over these basic things that really mean a lot. You know, it really do. It really means a lot. You've probably been driving for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years or whatnot. But the basic thing is that you still need to turn the car on. The basic thing is you still need to put it in gear. The basic thing is you still need to know where the gas and where the brake is. Those are the basic things. And a lot of times we take it for granted because we've been driving so long. But then comes the newbies, right? Then come those people who have never driven before, and they don't know the brake from the gas. They don't know park from drive. They don't know left turn from right turn. They don't know anything about the rear view mirrors, and you know, they don't know any of that. And if you're going to be an effective leader, you can never, ever forget your very first time. Your very first time. So that's enough on that soap opera on that box here, guys. The first thing that we're actually going to go over is why learn Forex. I'll say that again. Why learn Forex? I got this on Zoom there. I'm gonna just put that on right there. Close this down, and we'll have that on our front page today, so you guys can kind of like see what the home website looks like. But why learn Forex? Why take the time out to learn Forex, to learn this quote skill? Why is that important? Well, the first thing we want to do, we want to go back to your why. Why are you even here? Why are you on this Zoom? Why did you pay your money? Why did you let go of your hard-earned money? Why are you here? And you need to know that. You need to have that very, very clear in your mind that you are here because you understand in order to earn, I must first learn. So why are we doing Forex? Well, because we know if we learn it, then we can earn in it. And guys, there's no other industry that I'm aware of, okay, that I'm aware of that does $5 trillion plus a day. If you know of one, go ahead and leave that in the message below. I want to know what's going on, because oil and gas doesn't do that. Real estate doesn't do that. I mean, there's no one separate industry that does $5 trillion a day. That's a pretty good reason why you should be doing, Forex. It has the volume to be able to sustain any lifestyle. I've been in other companies where they say, oh, our company, this industry does, $50 billion a year. And you're like, whoa, wow, 50 billion. Man, that's a lot. And it is. It is. I'm not smacking it down, knocking it down or anything, but 50 billion a year doesn't come anywhere close to $5 trillion plus a day. I always tell people, nothing makes money like money. Believe that. Believe that. Nothing makes money like money. And guys, we are in the money game. That's right. You made it to the big leagues, the money game. There's all types of investments you can make out there. You can invest in buildings. You can invest in real estate, obviously. You can invest in other types of home-based businesses, and all those things are great. But now you're talking about playing in the trillion, that's $3 trillion dollar industry. That's $5 trillion, guys. There's nothing else like it. Another reason is because I can tell you from my own personal experience, okay? It's one thing to be able to make money. And we've all heard of those athletes that go out there and they sign these huge contracts, right? They sign these huge contracts that pay them extremely well. Let me see, somebody sent me a message. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Okay. They can hear me that pay them extremely well, right? Here's the statistics. I had a friend that played for the Denver Broncos, won 2 Super Bowls with him. I remember being on a cruise with him, and he and I were just talking about money. And he said, Craig, let me just tell you, 2 years after they're finished playing their last down, well over 85% of the people who play in the NFL are in debt and broke. And I remember thinking to myself back then, how could that be? They made all these millions. See, that's part of the problem, if you would, is that they made all those millions, but this didn't change. They made all those millions, but they didn't know what to do with a dollar. They made all those millions, but their friends and their family sucked it dry out of them. They made all those millions, but they had this thing called lifestyle. Let me tell you guys, let me help you out here. If you ride around in a Hyundai, there's nothing wrong with a Hyundai. Let me get that. A Hyundai is a fine automobile. Or let me say this right. A fine car. How's that? But if you go out and buy an automobile, if you go out and buy a Bentley, a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, all these other types of exotic cars, you go out there and buy yourself a real nice, Mercedes. When they need repairing, it's not inexpensive. Sometimes, especially with those high-end cars, those Bentleys and Roses, when they break, you do better by going to buy you a brand new Bentley or Rose, because the price of getting them fixed is up there. So lifestyle. And when you have one, you can't drive a Rolls Royce every single day. You got to at least have 2. Then you got to get a Ferrari, and you can't drive that Ferrari all the time. You got to get yourself a Lambo. Well, you see what I'm talking about, guys? And then they got their parents, and then they got their cousins and their nieces and their aunts and their uncles and everything else. So at the end of their career, they're all washed out. And if you don't have something that can go out there and make money for you, then you're in a world of trouble. Because here's the challenge. You're used to living up here, and then your lifestyle goes down below the radar, meaning that you used to actually having $100,000 a week to actually use, and then you go to $10,000 a week. It's literally like you're on poverty. There's a big difference between $100,000 a week and $10,000 a week. If those same people would have learned the trade of doing Forex, their lives would be totally different when they actually retire. So why to learn this is so that, guess what? No matter how much money you actually earn, whatever type of lifestyle, you can keep that lifestyle the way that you want it. That's another reason. Here's another reason why you want to learn. Hopefully you care about your community. Hopefully you see for every dollar that come in some communities, $1.20 goes out. And that's a shame, really a shame. A book I like to read from says a good man or woman leaves an inheritance to their children's children. Most people leave back some furniture that the kids don't want, some clothes that the kids don't want, a little bit of jewelry that they might keep. You know, they might go ahead and pawn that. So what do we really leave our kids? And what's more important is not what we leave on the outside externally for them, but what do we leave internally for them? If you learn this skill, I would just have to think that you would teach this to your children. Teach it to your children. That's another reason why you want to actually learn Forex. There's so many reasons, guys, and maybe you need to write that down. Maybe you need to go back and listen to this. I'll have this up on the rebroadcast of why it's important for you to learn this, because there's going to be challenging times. There's going to be times when, you know what, you're going to actually get a signal and you're actually going to lose on a trade. That's right. I said it. Every trade is not a winning trade. Even, you know, the greatest in football lost some games, you know. I don't care if you like Tom Brady or not. He's won a lot of Super Bowls and a lot of games. They call him the GOAT. Same thing with Michael Jordan. I don't know if you like him or not. He's won a lot of games and won a lot of trophies, but he didn't win them all. And guys, you're not going to win them all. So sometimes you need to have a reminder, why am I doing Forex? So therefore you'll understand, hey, this is the place to be. $5 trillion learning, being able to keep my lifestyle, being able to actually pass this on down to my kids as a legacy. I think those are very worthy reasons to actually learn Forex. And if you got something that maybe I didn't think of, you know, for the reason why you need to actually learn this skill, just leave that down below too. I'm always willing to learn. I can tell you this. I know of plenty of person in the industry of network marketing that wish they had learned what it is that I'm telling you. We were told what to do with $1, you know, to save it. But think about this, guys, and I use this as an example. You might want to use it as an example as well. I used all my cash today. Well, I'll use this as an example of a $20 bill, this right here. Right now, if you leave out your house and put $20 on the table, when you come back, that same $20 is going to be there. In Forex, you put $20 into a brokerage account, you do some trades, and we're going to go over really in essence how to maximize your trades as well as having the proper risk management. Then you come back in, if it's only $1, let's think of the power of this, guys. If it's only $1, how is that better than what you're actually getting at the bank? Was times 100% better. Because if you take $20 and put it in your bank account and come back later on that evening, it's still $20 sitting there in your bank. Here, if you only gain $1 off of that 20 that you have there, guys, that is amazing. I know some people that would order hundreds of dollars of product so that they could actually make a 10% profit or a 15% profit or maybe a 20% profit. You being able to do that with just $1 is absolutely amazing. So, I mean, with $20 to get you $1 is absolutely amazing. You come back the next time, maybe it's $5 sitting on your desk. You come back again, maybe it's $25 sitting on your desk on top of the 20 that you already had. Guys, that's how the rich and the wealthy think. I talked about that before. How does the rich and the wealthy think? They play the money game to win. They commit to being wealthy, and they understand they want to get paid based on results as opposed to being just paid on time. You got to take on that mentality. So we're going to go ahead and switch gears here, guys. Copy and paste. Yep. Copy and paste. This is amazing, guys. Again, the copy and paste is set up so regardless if you've gone from the elementary level through the progressive level of the back office, the nodes, regardless of where you are, you can start earning money right away. You can start earning money right away. And I meant to actually have this on my laptop so I could actually show you guys, but when I went out, I wasn't able to get around the Wi-Fi, and then I came back in and just didn't really have enough time to set it up. So I'm going to have to show you literally on my cell phone. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. But the first thing that you want to make sure that you do after you've gotten yourself started and after you've gotten yourself on board, then you want to make sure that you actually go to, let me see if I can pull this up on your cell phone. You want to be able to go to I Go Trade. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, you have to go to your Play Store. So you go to your Play Store. Let me see if I can find my Play Store, or maybe it's your Apple Store. See the little icon there? You open it up here, and then you go on in there and you type it in, I Go Trade, right? Let's go ahead and type that in, iGoTrade.com. I Go Trade. The app, you're going to see it's going to come up. You guys see that? Going to push that right there. Guess what? It's going to ask you if you want to install. You install it, and then guess what? It's going to be on your phone. It's going to be on your phone, and you'll be able to open it up. Now, when you actually are going to your app for the first time, you have to enter in your username, and you also have to use the password, the same one that you use to get into your back office. The same exact one that you use to get into your back office. I'll say that again, the exact same username and password. And when you do that, guys, it's going to open up. And what you're going to see, you'll be able to see where it says Forex, if you want to trade Forex, and if you want to trade crypto. Now, I was with a previous company that had Forex, but they didn't have crypto. We're also going to start having where you will be able to trade on the New York Stock Exchange. So guess what, guys? You're getting these signals that are sent out to you. You're getting these signals that are active signals. It's going to tell you exactly and precisely when to get in, when to put your stop loss, and when to take your profit. Here's one here, just the TP1. I know some people that are ecstatic and happy to be able to get 5 pips or 10 pips. Just with this one, guys, based on what our algorithms and what our analysis is coming up with, is the first take profit on this particular trade is Bitcoin versus US dollar. It came out at 539. The first take profit will bring in 95 pips. Guys, the first take profit will bring in 95 pips. The second take profit is 277. The third, get this, 600 pips. Guys, some people will make that for the rest. That's all they need for one of these a week. Just to hit one right for the week, and they're done. You get you a TP3 on this right here, 600 pips, and we're going to talk about risk management, but with 600 pips, you're done for the week. You divide that up by 100 pips a day, and you're done. But guess what? This one goes all the way up to 1,300 pips. If you don't know what a pip is, I'm not talking about Gladys Knight and the pips. I'm talking about Forex pips. If you don't know what that is, that's the reason why you have enrolled yourself into Melius. We are going to teach you exactly and precisely what a pip is, and you'll be running around going pip, pip, hooray, pip, pip, hooray, pip, pip, hooray, because of the pips that you're actually earning. Pips make money, guys. Just know that. Positive pips here. So this is just for one trade here. So this is what they have on there. If you want to do cryptocurrency, then you'll be able to hit that, and it's going to tell you what cryptocurrencies that you can actually trade. Guys, without you learning a whole lot of stuff, again, I'm going to go over it. It says it right here, copy, right? Copy. And then you go to your MetaTrader 4 and you push paste. And guys, it doesn't get any simpler than that. There are people out there that are struggling right now financially. And we have the key. We have the key to be able to answer how they're going to pay their light bill. For a lot of people, guys, their lights are threatening to get cut off because they're $120 in the rears. I live in Houston. You can't do Houston without electricity. I'm sorry. Without AC, it ain't going to happen. For you to be able to help somebody to pay a light bill. See, sometimes it's not about cars and big homes. Sometimes it's about putting food on the table. Sometimes it's about being able to make sure that that kid has lunch money. Sometimes it's about something you might not even think is important, but dog food. That's right. People love their pets, and they have a pet, and right now it's hard for them to feed their dog. You know, they can't afford to go get the dog food. You being able to help them make $20 a day don't sound like a lot, but it means a lot to a lot of people, guys. If you can help them make 20 and show them how they can make $20 on $20 that they have, don't you know they don't have anything like that in their life right now? Without having to sell. I'll go back to why I do Forex. There's no selling. They don't have to sell anybody. They don't have to build a group. You have the solution to challenges that people have out there. The biggest challenge that people have is how to multiply their money. And here we come along, skippity-dippity-doo-da-day, and we're able to show people how to copy and paste their way to a 6 or even a 7-figure income. Now, we don't want to rely totally on copy and pasting. Okay? That's not the way to go. Is it, you know, if you're elderly person and the faculties of the mind is not, you know, necessarily the way that they used to be, then by all means, guess what? This can be a lifeline. They're right now on government assistance, and they don't know, there's no way for them to increase that. They're too old to go out into the workforce. Guess what? You got the answer. You have the answer. I'll say that again. You have the answer. If they don't like to sell or can't sell, if they can't build a group or don't want to build a group, you still have the answer. I have people approach me when they see that I'm doing something. They like, hey, coach, I want you to take a look at what I'm doing. I said, you know what? I'd love to take a look at it. But if you can tell me how I can make money in that deal without having to sell or to build a group, I'll take a look at it. Now, see, I can actually do both, right? I've done it. I've been in this industry for a long time. I can do both. I can sell a racer to somebody without a chalkboard. I can do it. I've done it, right? But what about the people who can't? See, those are the people I'm thinking about now. There are plenty of companies out there that have some great products and do some incredible things. You know, you spray it on them and the skin just so beautiful. And or you down the throat and it gives them energy, or down the throat and it puts them to sleep, or down the, you know, all the things that they can do with those great products, not taking away from them, but those products have to be sold. They have to be demonstrated. If a person can't do what I can do, they can still do what we do. They can still get involved in this company and make money in the Forex. And don't estimate $100 a week. But some people, $100 a week is an answered prayer. Is absolutely an answered prayer. So just because you want to make $500 a week, or you want to make $1,000 a week, or you want to make, you know, whatever it may be, and you're thinking about you, I venture to say, think about other people who just need to make an extra $50 a week. That's $200 a week. They wish that they could go out and work more, but they got kids, so they can't leave home. So an extra $200 could put food on their table, and you can show them how to do it starting with a $20 a brokerage account or $100 brokerage account. Okay. So guys, we definitely have something very unique here with iGo Trade. If you have any questions about that, you can actually inbox me or on Facebook, or you can actually send it to chill212mg@yahoo. And guys, I'm going to go over this real quick since we're talking about that. That iGo Trade goes with any of the packages that we have. So if you're talking about the adventure package, the adventure package says, guess what? You have some options there. You can get the day, what I call the month to month, right? The month to month is $225. So if you did it for 3 months in a row, that would be $675 that you've actually invested into you and into your Forex mindset, right? That's guys, that's not bad. I know some other companies that, you know what, require way more than that. But if you really want to get the break, the company says if you will commit, see, something magical happens when we commit. It says if you will commit to 3 months, we'll give you a break. You won't have to actually use $675. You'll be able to get it for $450. That's a $225 savings. And that's just simply saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do copy and paste for the first 3 months, learn how to actually, you know, do some trades on my own over the next 90 days, over the next 6 months, and really have multiple streams coming into my household. That's a great investment into myself, into my future, into my prosperity. That's your kids, that's your grandkids, whatever it may be. So guess what? If you say you're going to go for an entire year, the company says we want to reward those type of people who believe in us and want to make sure that they believe in themselves. We're going to give them a huge discount. In essence, you're going to be paying $108 per month. Now, I want you to stop and think about that. Where else can you get signals, Forex training, Bitcoin training, when it comes down to the blockchain training? Where can you get that for $107 a month, $108 a month? You and I know we can't even eat for that amount, each one of us. So now you're talking about being involved with a multi-trillion-dollar industry for $100 a month. Come on, guys, think. I've been in other companies. You pay that just to get started. The next month, you got a $500 order. The month after that, you got another $500 order. Oops, we're going to put you on stage. You get the wave there, everybody. Go on to the other side. Hurry up, get up stage. You can't stop. No pictures. Guess what? $500, $500. I just sometimes, guys, I would sit there and I watch, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars go across the stage. And I was asking myself, how much have they made back on that? And the answer is, guys, 95 to 97% of the people never, ever, ever break even, let alone make their money back. It just doesn't happen. Here, you're looking at $1,200 for the entire year to learn, to have the signals, to be able to actually be a part of this incredible company. Guys, that's not a steal. That's that's like straight up, I don't know what you call it. That's a bank heist there, right? I'm going to keep it moving. Proper risk management. This is so important. And I'm teaching it to my team right away. Let me tell you what happens when you get to start trading. You're going to start off with what we call a small lot size. You don't know what that is, but just know that it's small, which means your risk is very, very low. That also means that your profits are typically not very, very high. You know, you make $5 off of a trade or maybe $10 off of a trade. You know, you put that information in there, and later on, you know, you see that maybe if I had taken a bigger risk, meaning that I would actually change my lot size, if I would have changed my lot size, that $5 could have been $50, or that $50 could have been $500, or that $500 could have been $5,000. And it's very, very tempting to say, I'm just going to roll the dice. Well, guys, that's not what we're teaching here. We want you to have the proper risk management. We want you to do it right, the right way, the first time, not after you've blown an account because you decided, you know what, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to risk it all. And then all of a sudden, that trade that you thought was going to actually bring in you 100 pips end up costing you 100 pips, and your account is blown. And now you're upset because, you know what? I lost my money. They took my... No, they didn't take anything. Greed took over. Greed took over. And we have to have the right risk management. One thing I love about iGoTrade, I'm going to go back to that app real quick and show you something here. On iGoTrade, I'm going to go to Forex here. When it goes down to a trade, it gives you, if you would, down here, kind of like a summary of when to get in and what to do and how long to stay in and things of that nature. It gives you a summary, but I also like it down here where it says, you know what, where your break-even point is, and I also like it that it tells you, you know what your pip size should be. So if you only got $400 in your account, and it's letting you know that you can actually have a stop loss of 25, 50 pips or whatnot, it tells you what your risk should be. So you only have $400 in your account, your risk needs to be 0.001, not 0.10, you know, anything like that. Is letting you know, hey, this is what we advise on this trade. We believe very, very strongly in this trade, but we cannot control all market conditions. Nobody can. Well, almost nobody can. The banks can really do a lot of things. They can get things done, guys, and move the market in ways that will absolutely flabbergast you, make you wonder, why did it do that? You know, it was here, and then all of a sudden it went way down. I mean, it just did a candlestick to look like down to the bottom of the center of the earth. And it was supposed to actually go up, you know, 50 pips, and it went down 500 pips. Guys, you always want to make sure that you're putting in, especially when you're brand new, a stop loss. You want to have a point. Hey, this is as low as I can go. This is as much as I can take. I can't take these type of losses. Well, guess what? Proper risk management. Never, ever forget that. The last thing you want to do is set something up, go to sleep on it, and wake up and realize it just didn't work, that it took all your money. Now, this is not gambling. The strategies that you're going to learn are going to be really, truly your anchor. You know, when a ship is in a storm, what it does, it uses an anchor to keep it from being tossed over or moving, and they get themselves all disoriented, or it could even, crash on some rocks or whatnot. So they put down the anchor so it can stay steady. Well, we have that, but you have to be willing to let the anchor go down. You got to know when to put a stop loss in. You got to know, what's the proper risk management, so therefore your money doesn't go overboard. It doesn't sink you, if you would. So proper risk management is very, very important. Moving on to the next thing that I said I was going to talk about tonight, making sure that you download the tools. If you are brand new here with us, if you are brand new here, you've never done trading before. You saw it, you got excited, as you should. $5 trillion. We're going to teach you so you can learn and earn. You should be excited. You should be jacked. You should be stoked, to be honest with you. So, how do you make money? Well, the first thing you have to do, you have to make sure you download the apps. MetaTrader 4. Let me go there for you. You go to your Play Store again, or your Apple Store. And what you're looking for is this little, let me see if I can get it on my big screen here for you guys. Let me see if I can get a copy paste that I did on that. Okay. Yeah, this is what you're looking for. Can y'all see that? METATRADER, MetaTrader 4, not 5, 4. Millions of people use that. MetaTrader 4. When you go there, what it's going to do is going to have a demo account there for you. That's great. Use your demo until you actually get the habit of doing this. Guess what? It's going to show you all the pairs. If you don't know what pairs are, that's the reason why you enrolled here with us. We're going to teach you exactly and precisely what it is, and it's going to be fun for you to learn it. I always heard it said, it's fun making money. And when you're making money, everything is funny. Right? So we want everything to be funny and roses for you, but you got to download this app. You got to download the demo on this app, and you can go ahead and set up your real account with it as well. So when you're ready to start trading, which should be any time now, we're not going to take a month for you to make your first trade. No, that's a zero. That's a zero. A person should have been able to make their first trade within the first 10 days of getting started. Why is that? Why do I say 10 days? Because we have this call, this Sunday night call, where every Sunday when you have a new person on here or not, I'm going to go over that because I want people to actually start earning income right away, as quickly as possible. We're not going to wait 2 months for somebody to learn how to actually make a trade. That's taking people's money. We need to be able to help you earn some money. If it's no more over the first 30 days, I'm much rather under promise than over promise. If it's no more than me being able to help you earn $50 to $100 by you doing some consistent trading, $5 here, $5 there, $10. Oh my goodness, it hit $20 that day. $5 here, $5 there. At the end of the month, to be able to see that, you know what, I got started at $425, and I've already made back a third of my money, and I've learned the skill that's going to last me a lifetime. I've learned the skill that I'll be able to pass on to my kids. I've learned the skill where I can go out there and teach people how to actually put their money to work hard for them rather than the other way around. Guess what, guys? If you can learn how to make $100 a month and you've done it properly, then you can learn how to make $1,000 a month. How's a nice $12,000 a year raise looking to you? You're working on your job. You can continue to do that. At the end of that year, guess what? You learn how to make $2,000 a month. Now you're at $24,000. Doesn't sound like a lot, does it? $24,000, but that's extra. An extra $24,000, guys, will change your life. especially now you know what to do with a dollar. Now you understand the value of, okay, I can either spend or eat this dollar, or whatever you want to do with the dollar, right? Or I can make that dollar go out and have some grandbabies. And that's all of us. It takes a different mind shift. The rich and the wealthy understand minimum risk. Poor and middle class people don't want to risk anything. They want everything safe and secure. They don't want anything that would rock the boat. They want to have this, quote, feeling of everything's okay. And it's like the frog in that pot of water, and the heat is slowly getting turned up. That's the interest rate. They're just one decision away for the CEO, CFO to make a bad decision, or to make a decision that's bad to them, and it changes your life. So what we also want to be able to download is to make sure that we download a broker. The thing about it is, I use personally, I use Hugo's Way for one of my brokers. And if you want others, I want you to go ahead and send me a text or an email, 832-729-0980. Or you can email me at chill212@yahoo.com. You can actually send that over here to me, and I'll make sure I give you a list of brokers that are out there. And, to be able to hedge yourself at 1 to 500 is really, really strong, I think. And what they charge on different trades, it all depends. But for the most part, I've seen them to be very, very reasonable. I've talked to people who sometimes get a little upset that, they have to pay for this service. They feel as though it should be free for some reason. And I'm like, your bank charges you. You just don't see it. They take your $1 and turn it into 10. And then if you don't keep enough in that account, they're going to start charging you. When they send you that notice that your account is low, what they're telling you is, we're about to charge you if you don't put some more money in here, because we need your money in here for us to be able to make money. So you need to get that account up. That's what they're telling you. So make sure you download those 2 apps so that you can now start earning income here with Melius, and you can do it through the copy and paste. And as you learn the other skills, we can actually put you into play. Now, with that being said, I do have a conversation I want to have with people in regards to consistency. I've heard it said a long time ago, commitment to continuity produces emotional, physical, and financial stability. I'll say that again. Commitment to continuity produces emotional, physical, financial stability. In essence, you have to understand that life in this business is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And life is a marathon of consistency, walked out one day at a time. When I learned to be more consistent, I'm still got some room to grow. We all do. To be more consistent in what I say and what I do, that's when my life really started to have real true meaning. And I recommend that you take that philosophy to heart, that you're going to make it to the point where, I'm going to be consistent. We consistently watch whatever TV program we like to watch. And I don't know what it may be. It could be the news. It could be sports. It could be, music. It could be cooking channel. It could be whatever. We're consistent with that. Most of us are consistent with brushing our teeth. We know the benefits of doing that. Most of us are consistent with taking a bath, right? But guess what, guys? That's because you understand the benefits of it. You understand the repercussions of not doing it. When you're talking about developing a brand new habit, it's hard at the very beginning because you're used to doing something else. You're used to actually, watching this on TV or listening to that on the radio or whatnot. And now you're creating a new habit, and it can be hard. I'm not going to kid you. Why? Because we are creatures of habits. On Sunday, we're used to just sitting down with our family and, going and watching whatever TV program. And you can still do that. But you know what? You also can do this to make sure you're on here every Sunday, to make sure that when there is a team broadcast in regards to maybe it's Millionaire Mastery, or maybe it's us doing a blitz or whatnot, you make that temporary sacrifice so you can have that long-term satisfaction. I'll say that again. You make that temporary, when it comes to having to give up something, that sacrifice, that letting go of something, so you can have that long-term satisfaction of having what it is that you really, truly desire. So making that a new habit takes time. They say it takes 21 days. Well, guess what? We got that amount of time. Here we are. We're at the beginning of June. By the end of June, going into July, guess what? You can have a whole brand new habit that is formed, a whole new discipline that is made, and actually, engraved into your heart, into your mind, into your activities. So when we have that, I recommend that you be here. Another thing that I would say on a daily basis, on a daily basis, ask this question to your waiter or your waitress, or to the person standing in front of you or behind you in line, or the person that you actually see, when you're walking somewhere. Ask them, have you ever heard of Forex? And watch them look at you like you got something growing out of the side of your neck. It's like, no, I haven't heard of Forex. Oh, that's interesting. Let me ask you a question. Did you know that the United States economy was $20 trillion? They'll probably go, well, I thought it was something like that and whatnot. Well, if you take the whole United States economy for the year, that's real estate, that's furniture, that's gas, oil, that's clothing, that's everything, food. It does about $20 trillion a year. Forex does over $5 trillion a day, 5 days a week. And you've never heard of it. Why do you think that is? And they'll go like that. I don't know. And then you answer that question. You simply tell them, because they didn't want you to know. Because 10 years ago, you couldn't really afford, I couldn't really afford to know what Forex was. But because of technology, now people like you and I are able to actually participate in the industry that was once for the robber barons. Once it was only for the bankers. Once it was only for the Kardashians. Once it was only for, the NBA and NFL players. They were the only ones that could get involved. Also, when it comes down to the education, it used to cost $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 just to learn how to trade Forex. That's the reason why you never heard of it. But if there was a way for you to be able to multiply your money, John, Lisa, whoever, would you want to know about it? I dare you to ask 2 people a day that question. What is Forex? What is the blockchain? What? I dare you to ask that question twice a day. And I want to let you know something. This is just for the people who understand where we're going with this company, why it's going to be a $1 billion company, why we're going to have 1 million customers, and you want to be a part of the reason why, so that you can get your stake in that territory. 99.9% of the people don't know anything, and over the next 3 years, that's going to change from 1% to about 3% of the population will know about Forex. How many of those millions and millions of people do you want in your business paying you? I don't know. As for me, I want 10 millionaires on my team. I want 1,000 six-figure income earners. That's what I want. So those people who are out there that are asking that question twice a day, what is Forex? Have you ever heard of Forex? And then you let them know what the United States economy does. And you let them know what Forex does. And then you ask them that question. Why don't you think you're having a conversation with people? And now you're enlightening them. And when they say, well, what is Forex? You know what? I love to talk to you about it, but right now I got to run. But I can tell you this, it's about money making money. It's about being able to multiply your money. Are you keeping your business options open for something like that? And watch and see that person say yes. The easiest number you'll ever get is when you say, do you want to learn how to multiply your money? And people just, it's like they throw their phone number at you. Yeah, give me a call. Let me know what's going on. Now, whether or not they do anything, I'm going to just tell you the truth, guys. It's just like anything else. Probably 2 out of 10 of the people that you talk to will really, truly want to know and really want to get involved. Let's say you only signed up 1 out of 10, but you do, you know what? Rather than doing 2 a day, maybe you do 3 a day. And now you have more people saying yes, and now you're building a team, and now you're able to actually funnel that money into your Forex account, into your brokerage account. Now you're able to multiply the money that you're making. Now we're talking about you going from just average milquetoast human being to someone who's very powerful and empowering others. But that's only if you want to do that. You don't have to, guys, okay? You don't have to. I don't want to scare anybody. Oh, coach, you're trying to make me sell. I don't want to sell. All I want to do is trade, trade, trade. That's all I want to do. Well, great. That's all we want you to do then. But for the person that's saying trade and make money by telling people about this awesome platform, about the node, about the gamification, about the system that we built here, about the coaching that we get, about our leadership that we have here, about where we're headed and how we're going to get there, guess what? For that person, ask 2 people a day. Just 2. Just 2 people a day, 5 days a week. You take the weekends off. Have you ever heard of Forex? And watch your business start to grow. So, guys, that's it. You know, we don't stay on here just to be blah, 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 blah. We stay on here to get information out there. I can tell you with any great success usually comes a greater sacrifice. With any great success usually comes with a great sacrifice. I don't know what it is that you're holding on to, but if all you have in your hand is enough to meet your needs, then what you have in your hand is your seeds. I'll say that again. If all you have in your hand is enough to meet your needs, then what you have in your hands are your seeds. Now you have an option. What are you going to do with them? Are you going to eat your seed just so that you can feel good today and you'll be starving tomorrow? Or will you plant your seeds, sacrifice a little bit of time, and then look forward to a universal law, a law that was put in place back in the book of Genesis? A law is something that you and I don't have to like. We don't even have to believe in it. Nobody says you got to like gravity or believe in gravity, but it is a natural law. If you go to the roof and you step off, you will fall. Well, another natural law that was put in place was seed, time, and harvest. The way that you probably heard it was seed, time, and harvest. No, it's seed. You bury the seed. You give it time. You cultivate it. You water it. You nurture it. And then you get the harvest. So the same thing is here. This is what we have our hands on. At this point in time in history, you now have the chance to be able to plant, give it the time, and receive your harvest. So that's it for tonight, guys. I'm absolutely excited, thrilled, delighted, as always, and honored that you would be here on this Millionaire Mastery Call. We're going to master the way that this company operates. We're going to master the way that we actually earn money. We're going to master when it comes down to what to do with our money. You know, I was meaning to actually show you guys something, but didn't get around to it. We'll do it next time as we come here next Sunday. But definitely want to let you guys know they're giving us some incentives out there. You look right there, sponsor 5 active IBOs and earn extra $250, or have a personal subscription, a 12-month package, and earn 500 instead of 250. So if you just sponsor 5 people, this is for the people who want to build, guess what? And you actually have a monthly package, a $1,200 or 12-month package, and you sponsor 5 people, the company is going to give you an extra $500. Now, this is on top of the money that you already earn. How great is that, guys? The company is saying, please, please, we want to make sure, think about this. You sponsor 5, they're going to give you 500. If you're sponsoring people, whatever type of packs, and you know, let's say you earned yourself another $200. You know, it was just $200. So that's $700. Well, your pack to get started was 12. So now you're getting this whole system for $400 for the entire year. Tell me that's not a deal. So, guys, definitely, I look forward to seeing you on the opportunity blast that we're going to have this week, which is going to be on Monday and Wednesday of this week. Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. I will be doing a live broadcast going over the opportunity of Melius. Also have the links here for you guys. If you want the links that I'll be sending out, I have those links for you, as well as the presentation that I did a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely smoking, if I must say so myself, on that. Great video. It's about 45 minutes long. It's very, very detailed, though, exactly and precisely how a person can benefit from being here with us. And if you want that link, I can send that out there to you as well. So with that being said, guys, you know, we got a new week, a new opportunity to go out there and make new things happen. Or as I like to say, we got another chance to make it go bang, bang, B-A-N-G, B-A-N-G. What does that stand for? Build a new group. And then go out there and build another new group. I'll see you guys throughout the week. I'm here for you, 832-729-0980, or email me at chill212mg@yahoo. Let's get this done. 1 million equals 1 billion. We can do it together. I love you all. Goodbye.